Yo, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Sunburned, the true Hollywood story of me falling asleep on the beach. So the other weekend, Scooby and the gang and I went to Alabama Hills, which is a camping area conveniently located not in Alabama, but actually in California. It was a good opportunity to unwind, disconnect, and listen to the complete Hoobastank discography while stargazing. And of course, shoot some sweet, sweet film. I shot with my baby Graflex 2x3, and you may be wondering why it's called a baby Graflex. Well, it's because, like a baby, 2x3 sheet film is useless. It was basically the same size as medium format film, so 2x3 is dead AF as a format. I use this camera with a roll film back that shoots 6x9 on 120 film. I hadn't shot this camera in a while, and I missed it in the way one misses a passionate lover, so I knew I had to get it back out there. I used my newly acquired Contax T2 for any pickup shots, and I ended up putting 2 rolls of Kodak Color Plus through it. So we packed up the cooler full of water and hit the road in the Blue Whale, which is my 2nd generation 4Runner. 3 hours later, and we arrived. We wanted a campsite with a good view of Mount Whitney, and we were fortunate enough to get one. Mount Whitney is the tallest mountain in the lower 48, as they say. One day I'd like to summit it, but that day is not today. I started off with a roll of Ilford HP5, black and white, because the clouds over the mountains had rolled in. I wanted to try underexposing my black and white film by 2 stops to get a really dark, moody, and grainy feel, much like the nightmares that play in my head every time I fall asleep, causing me to wake up screaming. Whoops, might have revealed too much there. This was young Baxter's first camping trip, so he was pretty stoked. Little did he know he was going to be on the night watch for mountain lions, since he likes chasing cats so much. Cheers.
Baxter, there is literally a bed right next to you, bro. All right, Baxter, you're halfway there, bud. You are almost on the bed. I'll check in again in another 15 minutes. Well done, Baxter, well done. You have finally figured it out.
After the HP5 was spent, I switched to a roll of Cinestill 800T for sunset, but we didn't really get a sunset as the clouds rolled in and threatened to shit all over the campground. Shooting with the baby Graflex is fun, but it's a little different for me. Since there's so much gear involved, you have to be a little more deliberate with your photos, and it makes you slow way the f down. It's kind of like being told you can't go 80 miles an hour in the school zone anymore. Let's talk about the tent. I love using our tent or any tent as a foreground object in a lot of my shots, but oh man, I hate the color of ours. It's like a barf green color. It's like Shrek's butthole. That might be a bit of an overreaction, but I just can't get the color to look good in any of my photos, in my opinion. Great tent though. Really good for camping. So after I fired through my roll of Cinestill, I picked up the digital camera for a little bit. I know this is a film-dominated channel, but sorry. If it means anything to you, I didn't enjoy it, and it meant nothing to me. But regardless, here are those shots. After the disappointment of no sunset and my parents never really giving a shit about my photography sunk in, we decided to get back at Mother Nature by burning some logs in a campfire and eating some vegetables. We started to get some wind and rain, so we retreated to the tent for about 30 minutes and waited it out.
Man, I can't remember the last time our tent was like this.
It's raining pretty hard. What do you think of all the rain, Baxter?
Oh!
After the rain had cleared, I thought it might be cool to try out the flash on the Contax T2, mostly because it was fun temporarily blinding Monica and Baxter.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's even really raining at all anymore. Oh yeah, it is.
The next morning I woke up at 5 a.m. to go for a jog and drink a kale smoothie. Just kidding, I was hungover. Apparently any amount of alcohol will do that to me now. I had loaded up a roll of Portra 400 the night before, so I was ready to go as soon as the light from the sunrise started hitting the Sierra Nevadas. I had to work fast because the sunrise was moving pretty quick, and I was using a slow camera. And I'm a slow operator. After the sun had come up, we hung out for a little bit and then packed our stuff up and hit the road. It was a short trip, but definitely one for the books. And oh my god, we forgot Baxter.